Welcome back. It is Wednesday, which means it is time to head into the weather lab.
Yes, each week we highlight a school here in Alaska learning about meteorology. And this week, the students at O'Malley Elementary School are learning about satellites and sundogs. From anemometers to thermometers, these third graders are learning about the tools I use to predict the weather. But they were hopeful my weather instruments did a little more.
With all of your weather instruments, can you sense COVID in the air?
Unfortunately, that weather instrument doesn't exist yet, but I do have one huge sensing device that tells me a lot about the weather.
Do you guys know what this is? Spencer.
A satellite?
Yes, and Spencer, what does the satellite tell me about the weather? Thinking. Okay, let's think about this. Where is the satellite?
In space.
And what is it looking at?
The Earth.
What do you think it sees on the Earth?
Clouds. And what weather?
Yes, you got it.
Weather satellites have only been around for about 50 years, but we couldn't forecast the weather with the accuracy we do without them. The first successful weather satellite was launched by NASA in 1960. This gave weather forecasters continuous views of Earth. And since then, hundreds of satellites have been launched, which now give us up-to-the-minute updates on what's happening around the globe as seen from space. But sometimes it's the views right here on Earth that are still out of this world.
Hi, we are the third graders from O'Malley Elementary School, and we want to know what makes a sundog.
And that is our Weather Lab question of the week. Sundogs, or more scientifically, perihelia, are an optical phenomenon that is created when sunlight passes through ice crystals, typically found inside cirrus clouds. Visible light is simply electromagnetic radiation at wavelengths we can see. Each color of the rainbow has its own wavelength. When light passes through ice crystals, which in this case are shaped like hexagonal prisms, the light enters one side and is then bent as it passes through the other side. This separates the light into individual wavelengths, revealing each color separately, which then appear at a new location, roughly 22 degrees on either side of the sun. And check this out, if you look closely, you'll notice the colors go from red near the sun to blue outside the sundog. That's because the red wavelength is bent at a slightly smaller angle than blue is. In the Weather Lab, meteorologist Melissa Frey, Alaska's weather source. Did you know that it goes from red to blue?
No, I had no idea. It's gorgeous, too.
Learn something new every day. Yeah, be sure to check out alaskasnewssource.com/weatherlab for all of our Weather Lab visits and experiments. And if you're a teacher and would like to schedule a virtual presentation for your class, you can do so right there on the Weather Lab page as well. Always fun. I'm always impressed week after week with these students.
No, the questions are incredible.
They're
really
great.
Smart kids out there.
Yeah.
And we learn something every week, which is great. Thanks.